Marijuana is now legal in some form in nearly half the country. The growing cannabis industry wants a voice in Washington. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill to introduce the man who is now pot's lobbyist. Nancy, good morning.
That's an interesting line for the resume, right, Gail? But if you think about it, marijuana is now a $2.5 billion industry. It's expected to grow to $10 billion just over the next few years. And so it's not surprising that industry leaders decided they needed some representation here on Capitol Hill.
Canvass Capitol Hill on any given day and you'll run into hundreds of lobbyists. But Michael Correia is one of a kind.
Hey there. Have a meeting with Chad.
He is the first full-time lobbyist for the growing marijuana industry.
Financial institutions will not give financial services to the cannabis industry.
You don't look like a pot guy, per se.
It's because I'm not. I'm just a Capitol Hill vet like most Capitol Hill people.
Correia, who is 44, has worked as a Republican staffer and lobbyist for more than 15 years. He was hired by the National Cannabis Industry Association 5 months ago. What do your friends think?
The first thing everyone says is congratulations. The second thing everyone says is, do you have any samples?
He spends his days urging members and their staffers to change the law that prohibits banks from lending to marijuana vendors. That forces vendors, he says, to deal mainly in cash, which can be risky.
They can't reinvest in their own companies. They can't hire new employees.
And now that marijuana is at least partially legal in 21 states and the District of Columbia, changing the law could mean billions for the industry.
Nice to see you again.
So industry leaders are spending more time meeting with members of Congress, like Virginia Democrat Jerry Moran.
We thank you. We're grateful for your leadership on this issue.
As for Correia, he says he hasn't used pot since he was a teenager. He's more interested in the issue than inhaling.
I've had my views on marijuana, and they have definitely changed, and I'm really open-minded, and I think I represent a lot of people who basically are just coming into the marijuana issue. They want to learn more.
And it's just inevitable that as the benefits and drawbacks of marijuana become more widely known, that there are going to be more attempts to legislate it at the federal level. In fact, just last night, Nora, the House narrowly defeated an amendment that would have given the VA more leeway to recommend medical marijuana to patients in states where it's legal.
All right, we'll be watching. Nancy, thank you.